Mary was Catholic, but her policies benefited the pro-English Protestant lords. She was kind of like Jacob Rees-Mogg. The only Catholic they could have put in charge that would have made Scottish Protestants happier would have been Neil Lennon. Mary, she was promoting Protestant interests in Scotland not just by awarding Rangers penalties, but by packing her Privy Council with the Protestant lords who had overthrown her mother and enforced the Reformation in Scotland. Mary even went to the extent of extracting money from the old Catholic Church to then give to the new Protestant Church, thus benefiting the people that she claimed were her opposition. The whole thing was very New Labour, so it was. Mary even went to the extent of having high-profile Catholics arrested, such as the Archbishop of St Andrews, who was arrested for saying Mass, which is probably the only time a bishop has been arrested, said all I was doing was saying Mass, and, that was actually the case. Shit really hit the fan though in 1562 when Mary, she gifted the earldom of Murray to her Protestant half-brother Lord James Stuart. Now, the Murray earldom had been administered on behalf of the crown by the most powerful Catholic noble in the country, George Gordon, the Earl of Huntly. Essentially, what happened was a Scottish monarch introduced some Protestants into the north of the country that then completely destabilised the region. Spoiler alert! Wouldn't be the last time that a Scottish monarch would do this. Big shout out to my good friends in Northern Ireland. Huntly, he rose up in rebellion against Mary and he was put down at the Battle of Corky in October 1562 just outside of Aberdeen. So Mary, she'd essentially destroyed what should have been her most powerful Catholic ally. It would be like Ant turning on deck all of a sudden. So why did she do it? Well, the diplomatic answer is she did it to enhance royal authority and promote unity amongst her nobles. If Mary had promoted Catholic interests over Protestant interests, it could easily have led to a civil war. What you've got to remember is no one expected this to work. Mary, she was a Catholic monarch in charge of a newly Protestant country. Everyone thought she was going to be terrible, but she turned out to be really, really good. Mary was kind of like the Susan Boyle of the 16th century. Now, the more cynical answer would be, Mary wasn't interested in Scotland. She had her eyes set on the English throne.